So I want to talk about this shoot I did way back a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. The shoot was for Entertainment Weekly in 1992. It was a funny shoot. They basically hired me and then asked me to go up to Seattle for a couple days because they were doing a story on Seattle's scene and what was going on in grunge and music and how Seattle was becoming the center of the universe at the time. So they said, you know people up there, can you go up there and shoot for a few days? And I said, sure. So I went up to Seattle. I hired Beth, Eddie Vedder's girlfriend, to be my assistant for a couple days, basically to drive me around because I didn't have a car. And we went around shooting all sorts of different things. Everything we went to shoot, like we went around and shot the venues like Rock Candy and where else, and the off-ramp, and then I went around and shooting buildings and places and record stores and people. I ended up shooting a couple bands like Seaweed. I think I also shot Love Battery, great band that was on Sub Pop Records. And then I shot Beth's band called Hovercraft. That was fun. And then I went and shot the Sub Pop Records guys who run Sub Pop Records, Jonathan and Bruce. And then we did, that's where I shot the pictures of Eddie at home, at his apartment. And that day was super fun because I had booked a shoot to shoot Mudhoney. And so I was going to meet Mudhoney at their place. So as we were leaving Eddie's place to go shoot Mudhoney, I asked Eddie if he wanted to come along, and Eddie was excited because he wanted to meet Mudhoney. He was a big fan. And so we went to this shoot at the house. All of us hung out. I introduced Mudhoney to Eddie and said, hey, this is Eddie. Eddie, this is Mudhoney. Beth was there to help me. We ended up doing this shoot with Mudhoney. It was a lot of fun. Then we ended up afterwards just kind of hanging out and talking for a while, and went outside and talked. And then I finished the shoot and I had to go back to do more shooting. So as I was leaving, the Mudhoney guys were saying goodbye, and they said to me, like, who's this Eddie guy? Because he's really cool. And I said, guys, that's the lead singer of Pearl Jam. And they were like, what? And I said, yes. And they were like, no way. And they totally became friends. And I think weeks and months later, Mudhoney ended up opening for Pearl Jam on some shows. That was a really fun time, and it was really exciting to see a relationship develop because of my introduction. Oh, another part of the shoot was really funny, another dumb fun story, was that one of those nights we went to a friend Nils' house, who was the publicist at Sub Pop Records, and I think there's pictures of this in my show or catalog, but it was a picture of Nils lying in a pile of fan mail for Nirvana, and Nils is lying in this literally massive pile of fan mail that everybody's, at the time, everybody's writing Kurt Cobain for advice and stuff. I remember reading some of the mail, and it was really funny to see everybody asking Kurt Cobain for advice on life and the pursuit of happiness. It was really funny to read this mail and see how everybody reacted to Nirvana and Kurt. It was really cool. But what I loved about that job most was just that I got to run around Seattle for a few days, hang out with my friends, take a bunch of pictures, and then just go home. And I think Entertainment Weekly barely used any of the photos, and which I'm okay with because I have them for myself.